You ever buy a house to get away from people and somehow end up at the center of a neighborhood war? Yeah, that happened. I mean, all I wanted was a quiet patch of Florida somewhere I could drink my coffee in peace without some clipboard-toting wannabe dictator telling me how to live. But let me tell you, the universe, or maybe just the Bay Hill Shores HOA, had other plans for me. See, when I bought this place, the big selling point was no HOA. The listing said it right up front, not subject to association rules. That meant no angry letters about mailbox color, no fines for having a slightly off-kilter lawn gnome, and no neighbors peering over the hedge with a ruler. Just me, my dog Bear, and a half-acre I could finally call mine without answering to anybody else. Freedom, or so I thought. The place was a fixer-upper, sure, but I like a project. Gave it a fresh coat of navy blue paint, fixed up the porch, even hung up a flag, stars and stripes on top, Navy Jack below. Looked sharp against those white shutters, if I do say so myself. But I started getting looks from across the street. At first, I figured they just weren't used to someone flying 2 flags instead of agonizing over matching their mulch to their mailbox. But then came the first letter, thick envelope, gold-embossed HOA seal, looked official as hell. I opened it standing barefoot in my kitchen, coffee in one hand, Bear's bowl in the other. Inside, notice of violation. Your property is not in compliance with HOA standards, unauthorized paint color, visible non-operational vehicles, improper flag display. I almost spit my coffee out laughing. I double-checked the address they had. It right. What they didn't have was the fact that my property never had been, and never would be part of the HOA. I stuck the letter in a drawer, figured I'd save it for laughs. Probably just some bored administrator clicking the wrong box, right? Except 3 days later, the HOA president herself showed up. Early 50s, beige suit, beige SUV, beige attitude. You know the type. She stopped at the edge of my driveway like she was crossing enemy lines. "You must be Mr. Milan," she said, looking around like my grass had insulted her mother. "You must be Karen," I shot back, wiping sweat from my brow. She didn't crack a smile. "I'm the president of Bay Hill Shores HOA," she announced, straightening up. "Well, that's nice," I said, "but my property isn't in Bay Hill Shores." "You're on the wrong side of the line," she interrupted. "We believe that due to a zoning reclassification in 2016, your lot may fall within our jurisdiction. You should have received the notice." I blinked. "You mean the one threatening me over my truck and paint color?" She pressed her lips tight like she'd tasted a lemon. "It's not a threat, Mr. Milan. It's an opportunity for alignment." Now let me pause here. When someone in a pantsuit starts talking about alignment, what they really mean is do as you're told. She left with a warning. "You'll be hearing from us again." And I did. 4 more letters in 2 weeks, noise complaints because apparently drilling at 2 p.m. is a felony, unauthorized, no trespassing sign, solar panels too industrial looking. Each time I replied with my deed zoning cert, even a notarized affidavit from the realtor. Sent everything by email, got silence in return until the inspection. Saturday morning, I'm sipping coffee on the porch when 2 men in black polos show up. Community security, no badges, one with a DSLR, the other a clipboard. They walk up and start snapping pictures, my truck, my flag, even Bear. I called out, "Can I help you, gentlemen?" Clipboard guy barely glances up. Routine visual assessment, HOA compliance. "I'm not in your HOA," I said, stepping onto the grass. "According to our map, you are said camera guy. According to my deed, I'm not, unless you're with the county or the sheriff you're trespassing." They left, but I called the sheriff's office anyway. The deputy confirmed that HOA had no jurisdiction. "Unless they break in or threaten you, it's all civil. You'll need to take legal action if it continues." That night, Bear growled at the window. Found a blinking red light on my mailbox post, a wireless camera unmarked. I smashed it, duct taped a note. "Private property. Try me again." The next day I got an email. "Notice of escalation." Here we go. Certified mail this time, envelope heavy with arrogance. Violations, threats of fines. Deadline. Saturday, 2 p.m. I laughed. I wasn't about to repaint my house or tow my own truck just because some HOA Karen got bored, but I wasn't dumb either. Scanned the letter, started a folder HOA hell, emailed my lawyer friend in Tampa, just in case. But I also called for backup. Rico and Donovan, my brothers from another era, served together in Afghanistan. Rico ex-Marine, jaw like a cinder block. Donovan ex-corpsman, the guy who once stitched his own arm shut under fire. They were in Jacksonville doing private security now. Fake cops over a mailbox, Rico asked. Yep, they're trying to bleed me with pretend laws. Rico snorted. We'll be there Friday. I'll bring whiskey. Donovan's got the grill. Friday they roll up in a black Dodge Ram, looked like it could survive a war because, well, it had. Rico in boots and cargo pants, Donovan with a portable smoker and enough ribs to feed a platoon. That night we sat in lawn chairs, Bear asleep at our feet, whiskey in hand, classic rock humming through the Florida dark. It felt like holding ground. Saturday morning, 10:45, white SUV pulls up. 2 men, clipboard guy and a new one, heavier shaved head, tactical vest. Inspection. Final notice, clipboard guy intones. We've received no indication of compliance. Because there's nothing to comply with, I say, grinning. I'm not in your association. He ignores me. Shaved head guy takes a step forward, eyes my property like he's casing it for a raid. Pepper spray on his hip. Not a cop, just HOA muscle. You're hereby informed the HOA is considering lien placement for non-compliance. You can't lien what you don't own, I said. Now get off my property. Rico appears next to me like a shadow. Is there a problem here? Shaved head guy bristles. Who are you? Donovan strolls up, spatula in hand. Neighbors. BBQ guests. Combat veterans. Pick one. Clipboard guy retreats. Shaved head stands his ground but shifts his feet. We're just doing our job, and I'm protecting mine. They leave. Later that afternoon, a drone buzzes the yard. Donovan nails it out of the sky with a slingshot thing, explodes in my bird bath. We grill ribs and watch the sun go down, knowing it isn't over. Next morning, black SUV, 3 men, same uniforms. No clipboard guy, now shaved heads leading, decked out in body armor. They march up, stop 5 feet from my door. I open it a crack. Morning, fellas. Shaved head steps forward. You've failed to comply. You're under temporary neighborhood restriction pending review. We're authorized to detain you. Authorized by who, I ask? Karen, the decorator. They don't laugh. MMA guy shoves the door open. Skinny one zip ties my wrist before I can blink. Bear loses it in the backyard, throwing himself at the gate. What the hell are you doing? I yell. This is illegal, non-compliant resident. Hostile. Proceeding with restraint, one mutters. I'm face down on my porch, tied up by mall cops with egos. Then the door creaks. Rico, voice low, dangerous. Get your hands off him. Silence, thick as molasses. Donovan comes around the corner, spatula ready. You got 5 seconds. MMA guy hesitates. Shaved head reaches for his spray bad move. Rico launches off the steps, tackles MMA guy into the bushes. Donovan hogties Twitchy with his own zip ties. Shaved head takes a knee to the gut. 30 seconds. Done. By the time I sit up, all 3 are on the ground groaning. Rico crouches down. Say jurisdiction again. I dare you. Donovan cuts me free. You good. Just pissed off. No badges, no IDs. Just a printed HOA mission statement in Comic Sans. I'm calling the sheriff. Rico puts a boot on Shaved Head's chest. I'd stay down if I were you. Sheriff arrives, 2 cruisers, same deputy as before. 3 HOA enforcers zip-tied with their own gear, me with scratched wrists. We got a situation, I say. We hand over GoPro footage, paperwork, everything. Deputies take statements but don't arrest anyone. This is ugly but civil. Unless you want to press charges. Oh, I will. But first I want to know who sent them. HOA President Twitchy blurts, she said go hands-on if he resisted. That sounds like a confession, Donovan says. Sheriff says they'll file a report, forward it to the DA. Next day, 2 cop cars, county legal. The HOA filed a complaint, claimed, I started a fight that I'd kidnapped their contractors. Deputy Mike just shakes his head. He saw the footage. Still, they have to take a report. Karen's not letting up. Hour later, woman in a navy pantsuit, clipboard like a sword, External Affairs Committee. Continued noncompliance may result in litigation. Great. Tell Karen to bring it. My lawyer loves a good scrap. Cynthia, my attorney is already firing off cease and desists and notices of intent to sue for illegal detainment, trespass, emotional distress, coercion, you name it. That night, flyers show up on every mailbox. My face bears too. Resident refuses to comply. Subject's neighborhood to chaos. History of aggression. Known firearms on premises. Like I'm some militia nut, not a guy who likes barbecue and peace. Rico rips one in half. We should sue just for the font. Donovan doesn't laugh. This is character assassination now. The HOA amps up the smear campaign, emails, Facebook, even a fake community watch Twitter. My inbox explodes. You're a menace, you scare children, un-American. Someone claims I peed on a lawn flamingo. For the record, I did not. Cynthia files for defamation. Donovan posts the GoPro video on TikTok. It blows up over 1 million views. Veteran gets tackled by fake cops. Somebody buy this man a beer. Local news picks up the story. Rico gives a speech about property rights in an apron that says, "We don't dial 911. Karen goes public. He's misrepresented the facts. Refuses to follow standards. But nobody's buying it. The ACLU reaches out. Turns out my little battle is happening all over the country. They want me to join a federal action against HOA overreach. Then things get dark. Power's cut in the night wires clipped in my utility box. Bear barks at shadows. Black truck follows me for days, threatening notes under my doormat. Enjoy your attention. You're not safe when the lights go out. Rico checks cameras. Donovan digs into HOA finances. Turns out Karen paid that shaved head guy Coulter with HOA funds direct deposit for external perimeter assessment. Cynthia's ecstatic. That's reckless endangerment. We're amending the lawsuit. The HOA board fractures, resignations, mass emails, audio leaks. Karen's desperate. If we don't crush him now, we lose everything. We have to go all the way. One day, Donovan's camera catches Coulter sneaking through the tree-line gear in hand map with red X's by my Windows gas can in his car. We call the sheriff. They catch him with knives, duct tape, a Zippo. Arrested for attempted arson, trespassing, conspiracy. Burner phone in his car. Text from Karen, keep it quiet. He cannot win. Cynthia files an injunction. Local news runs the story. HOA president linked to arson plot. The board implodes. Residents show up at my door not to complain, but to thank me, offer testimony casseroles. The sheriff finds boxes of records at Karen's place, proves she paid Coulter off book used HOA funds for personal vendetta. Karen is arrested, charged with wire fraud, conspiracy, abuse of authority. The county dissolves the HOA. A new voluntary council takes its place. No fines, no enforcement, just community. I'm called to testify for the federal case. Walk in wearing jeans, Rico and Donovan beside me. Judge flips through the paperwork, the photos, the footage. How is this real life, he asks. But it is. The case sets a precedent federal moratorium on HOA enforcement against non-members' nationwide review of HOA powers. I'm flown to D.C. testify before Congress. Should HOAs have power over non-members, they ask. No, sir, I answer. I fought for this country so some suburban warlord couldn't zip-tie me on my own porch. Makes the news. Karen's convicted, 2 counts criminal conspiracy, 1 unlawful surveillance. HOA's gone replaced with actual community. 6 months later, life is quiet again. House still blue flag, still flying. Bear still barking at squirrels. Rico's fixing motorcycles. Donovan's consulting. I'm restoring my porch. The ACLU case is still ongoing bills in 5 states now. Karen's name is a cautionary tale in legislative briefings. And me, I didn't set out to change anything but my address. But when someone tries to take what's yours, you have to decide, stand your ground, or let them redraw the lines for you. A new neighbor walks by, nods. You're kind of a legend around here. I just smile. Nah, just a homeowner. He laughs. Still, thanks for what you did. I nod. Let's hope no one ever has to do it again. So what do you think? Where's the line between community and control? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me if you've ever tangled with an HOA, and hey, don't forget to hit like, share your story, and keep fighting the good fight for your own little patch of freedom.